Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing on YouTube without subscribing to Newsroom Nigeria? Please go ahead and click on the subscribe button down below. Also, leave your opinions in the comments section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The crisis in the Lagos State House of Assembly is far from being resolved, as 28 out of 40 lawmakers in the House are set to dump the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) for a new party. The leadership debacle in the Lagos State House of Assembly has reached a fever pitch, and it is now impossible to ignore the signs of a deep and disturbing crisis. In what can only be described as a show of shame for our polity, over 28 members of our House have sealed a deal to defect to a yet-to-be-announced political party. Barring unforeseen developments, these members are poised to make their defection public, a decision that speaks volumes about the internal fractures within the All Progressive Congress (APC) establishment. This unfolding drama comes on the heels of the highly controversial removal of Honorable Mudashiru Obasa to adhere to the agreement reached for him to have a soft landing by commuting his removal to resignation. Instead of uniting behind a coherent mandate, Obasa has chosen to display a leopard's behavior, showing his true colors by reneging on every agreement reached with his colleagues. His intransigence manifesting in his refusal to withdraw from court cases or resign despite mounting pressure is reminiscent of the shameless shenanigans that have plagued our institutions before. The pressure asserted on members of the Mandate Movement (CMM) within the House has now become surreal. Leaders from various constituencies are forcing their representatives to align with Honorable Obasa, threatening them with the ominous prospect that if they do not join his camp, they will be left without the necessary support for re-election in 2027. And while the reference to 2007 may seem anachronistic, it is a grim reminder of past electoral manipulation tactics that still haunt the Nigerian political landscape. Some of the most egregious shows of shame in this coercion are in Lagos Mainland Local Government, Honorable Wolabi Ibrahim A. of Lagos Mainland 01 and Honorable Rashid Shabi of Lagos Mainland 02 are reportedly being pressured by influential party operatives to switch allegiance. Honorable Wolabi Batola, once a proud member of our House of Representatives and currently recognized as the apex leader of the APC in Lagos Mainland, has vehemently refused to heed these entreaties, a decision that speaks to his integrity amidst a tide of opportunism. From Ojo Local Government, Honorable Olusegun Ege Ojo 1 and Honorable Tijani Suraju Ojo 2, popularly known as Emir, have been strongly coerced into joining Honorable Obasa by Senator Idayat Adebule, the Lagos West Senatorial District representative and a prominent figure in the Mandate Movement. Similarly, Honorable Akin Sonya Noreni of Mushin 1 and APC's Honorable Olayinka Kazim Esho of Mushin 2 have reportedly been directed by Senator Ganiyu Olariwaju Solomon, a key member of the GAC and principal backer of Obasa, to join his faction. In Ikeja, Honorable Adesheyi Lawal of Ikeja 1 is facing pressure through his apex leader, Mr. Tayo Ayinde, the chief of staff to the governor. Honorable Jimo Orelope from Alimo Shaw 1, the younger brother of Princess Joke Orelope Adefulire, a former deputy governor of Lagos State, is caught in a similar bind. Honorable Abdul Karim Jobril Ayodele of Agege too, from the same local government as Obasa, has been threatened by Obasa's hired goons, being told that failure to align with Obasa will result in a lack of support during re-election. Honorable Nohim Adams of Etiosa 1, the erstwhile majority leader and a primary backer of Obasa, stands as a glaring testament to the cohesive atmosphere. The only female voice in this saga, Honorable Lara Oyekon Olumegbon Lawal from Lagos Island 1, known widely as Lucky of Honorable Obasa, is under similar pressure. These are not isolated cases. In fact, the very fiber of our house is under siege. The coercive tactics are so pervasive that over 30 other members have already chosen to defect to a new party, a party that has, by contrast, embraced them wholeheartedly and promises the capacity to challenge the APC both in the field and financially. The primary reason for decamping is the APC leadership's resolve to punish these members who are seen as renegades with the threat that they will not receive return tickets even if promised. They have been tagged as unpredictable. Despite entreaties made by retired Honorable Mojisola Miranda, pledging with those planning to defect to give peace a chance, merely to save her neck from EFCC and other security agencies' harassment, her words fell on deaf ears. The G28 members are not ready to turn back, insisting that the party leadership has already made up its mind and that all assurances given are merely deceptive tactics to keep them under control before ultimately dealing them a severe blow at the appropriate time. The G28 members are determined that once the majority takes over the House Assembly leadership on the new platform, their first move will be to suspend Honorable Obasa indefinitely for gross misconduct and his continuous efforts to bring the House into disrepute. The defecting members are looking at the strongest opposition party that can protect them, which makes the coalition building efforts in the North, West, and North Central very attractive to them. According to them, this development will finally release Lagos from the strangulation it has been enduring. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comments section below. By the look of things, it's looking to me that this is just the starting point. This is just the beginning of what might be a transitioning, for Lagos State. Who knows if, SDP is the next, political party, because since yesterday, or even for a while, before yesterday that El Rufai announced his defection, SDP has been trending. A lot of prominent politicians have been considering defecting to SDP. It seems like they know that PDP, people do not like APC the same way they don't like PDP, so they do not have a chance. They do not stand a chance of winning any election on the platform of PDP. So they are looking for another vehicle, fresh blood, another political party that has not really been given a chance in the past. They want to join this party. Although I'm of the opinion that, it's still the same people. It's still the same people moving from one political party to the other. I'm presuming that unless we have, fresh blood, people who have never been in the game, people who are not actually politicians, people who are not, who are just new in politics, let me put it that way. Unless we find those kind of people, I think until then, people will the electorate, consider, voting for SDP. If not, if it's still the same set of people who are defecting from APC, who are defecting from PDP, it means that we are not going anywhere. We never start. It means that the journey continues, because it is the same thing that they are doing in PDP, the same culture they will carry over to SDP or any other coalition they decide to form in future. Like I said, unless we have new people, new faces, fresh blood, people who are not really politicians or people who are not in the game, who are new to the game, unless we find those kind of people, do I think that people will consider SDP or any of this coalition that has been trending for weeks now Before we go, my people, let's take a look at a few reactions we got online. Kola Riba says they can't, they don't have a mind, they won't because of re-election, they won't because they are not there to serve anybody apart from themselves and their family. They want to be relevant at all times. They can't say no to powerful leaders, whether they are wrong or right. Kolade Joseph says, I advise the legislators not to dump their parties to avoid losing their seats. Perseverance should be maintained till 2027. Sam Oji says, whenever a man's death is near, many sicknesses will attack one after the other. Can Nigeria survive all this bedeviling it, from insecurity to political instability? Let those handling the steering wheel watch the dangers on this democratic highway. Let's take one final comment from Adetunji, who says, the debacle in Lagos State House of Assembly assuming a new dimension as another River State problem brewing, if not quickly checked. What are your thoughts? Let's have your opinions in the comment section below. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.